Hey, welcome! So, we've all seen those incredibly complex pretzel-like yoga poses online, right? But what's really holding them all up? What's the actual foundation? Well, today, we're cracking open the official YogaFlow training manual to find out exactly that.
I mean, really think about it for a second. If you just strip away all the super advanced postures, what are you left with? What's the core, unshakable foundation that makes a yoga practice, well, a yoga practice? It's a really important question.
And you know what? The answer is right there in Chapter 2 of the official YogaFlow teacher training manual. It tells us that the entire practice, everything, is built on 3 incredibly simple but really powerful core pillars. So in this explainer, we're going to break them down.
So here's the game plan. We're going to start with breath awareness. Then we'll build on that with basic alignment, and we'll wrap it all up with the power of a personal practice. You're going to see exactly how these 3 pieces just lock together perfectly.
All right, let's dive into pillar number 1, your breath. Seriously, before you even think about moving your body into a pose, this is where it all has to start. It is the absolute non-negotiable ground floor.
Now, the key thing to get here is that we're not talking about some complicated breathing technique. The manual makes it super clear that breath awareness is just the simple, conscious act of observing your breath without judging it. It's about noticing, not trying to control it. And that simple act is what anchors you right here in the present moment.
The manual really treats the breath like it's the very first brick you lay down when building anything. It's that constant, steady rhythm that guides everything else, your movement, your focus, and the distinction it makes is huge. Without that connection to your breath, you're pretty much just exercising. With it, now you're practicing yoga.
Okay, so once we've got that connection to our breath locked in, we can move on to our second pillar, alignment. This is all about how we intelligently start to build the physical shapes on top of that foundation of breath.
The manual calls alignment the blueprint for your body, which I think is a great way to put it. This isn't about trying to force yourself to look a certain way. Nope, it's about applying some universal principles to create a safe, stable structure no matter what posture you're in. And this right here is the big misunderstanding the manual points out. Alignment is not about forcing your body into some perfect shape you saw in a picture. It's about creating stability from the ground up, feeling the pose from the inside out. The whole focus is on having a solid, safe structure, not what it looks like on the outside.
Okay, let's get to our third and final pillar, your practice. This is the magic ingredient, it's the one thing that brings the breath and the alignment to life. It's all about the commitment, the consistency, just the simple act of showing up for yourself.
I absolutely love this quote from the manual because I think it just nails it. It says, the whole goal isn't to be perfect. The real power and where the real change happens is in consistent development over time.
So, why is this so important? Well, according to the manual, consistency is what actually forges that mind-body connection. It's what builds habits that you can actually stick with. It develops self-discipline. And all of that is what eventually unlocks a much deeper sense of awareness. It's the process that truly matters, not just one single session.
So, there we have it, our 3 pillars: breath, alignment, and practice. The big question now is, how do they actually work together to build that strong, reliable foundation?
It's actually a pretty elegant system. The manual calls the breath your anchor. It keeps you in the present. Alignment gives you the structure. It keeps you safe and stable. But it's your consistent practice that is the activator. It's the engine that pulls the other 2 together and actually drives real, meaningful progress.
And honestly, this is the ultimate takeaway from Chapter 2. When you bring these 3 pillars together, you transform what could just be simple physical movement into a genuinely mindful practice. It's a framework that can work for absolutely anyone at any level, both on and off the yoga mat.
So, the YogaFlow manual has given us the blueprint. Breath is your anchor, alignment is your structure, and practice is your activator. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?